This video is how to change a percent to a decimal. To change a percent to a decimal, you have to move the decimal point 2 places to the left. The direction the decimal point is moving is very important. To help you remember, think Dr. Pepper. Let the D represent decimal and the P represent percent. Since we're starting with a percent and going to a decimal, we're going to move the decimal point 2 places to the left. Here's our example, 56%. We always start at the decimal point. Anytime you are given a number that doesn't have a decimal point visible, you have to just put the decimal point at the end. So now that we have our decimal point, we can start at the decimal point and move it 2 places to the left. So that's our answer, 56 hundredths. Here's another example, 3%. Just like before, we're still moving the decimal point 2 places to the left. Since there's no decimal point visible, I know to put the decimal point at the end. So start at the decimal point and move 2 places to the left. In this case, we have one empty space right here. So I'm going to fill that space with a 0. And that's it. That's our answer, 3 hundredths. Our next example is 7%. Just like before, we're going to start at the decimal point and go 2 places to the left. Since this number doesn't have a visible decimal point, put the decimal point at the end and move it 2 places to the left. Just like in our last example, we have one empty space and we need to fill that space with the 0. And our answer becomes 7 hundredths. Our last example has a decimal point. The steps are still the same. We still move the decimal point 2 places to the left. Start at the decimal point. We're not going to start at the end this time because the decimal point is right here in the middle. So that's exactly where we're going to start. We're still going to move it 2 places to the left. And then we get 133 thousandths. Every time you have a percent and you need to get to a decimal, you always move the decimal point 2 places to the left. If you have any empty spaces, fill that space with a 0.